Welcome back, guys, to Entre Nos. I'm Evelin and my co-host is
Alondra.
And today we have an update. Okay, people, I'm going to read some of the comments that they left. I don't get how people can be so disrespectful, like, easily, right? Like, a veces it's just, they really comment with feelings. I'm just like, it's not that deep, bro. Like,
I think especially on Instagram rather than TikTok.
I'm surprised it's on it, like, people on Instagram like comment like that. Let me see.
I think TikTok is very friendly.
He stole my car.
Okay, so TikTok is not friendly.
Really?
Yeah. Somebody said, claim it and get it back. Double dip. And another girl
Claim
said,
what?
the car, I guess.
Claim, okay, so my car was stolen.
Okay, update, guys. So she got her car stolen when she was out of town. Her husband was home, and I mean, he didn't realize until it was gone, basically.
It became a Stolo.
Yeah, it became a Stolo. And then basically they found the car, right? You can give a quick update.
Yeah, we found the car 12 hours later. We picked up the car, and the kid left his phone there, and then boom, we didn't know what to do.
And my co-host, being nosy, went through the phone, and
Of course, I had to. Like, who's
yeah,
not
I
going
would
to?
too. Yeah, I would too. I would too. Yeah.
Yeah. He took my car. The least I can do is go through your phone, buddy. Like,
So somebody said, claim it and get it back. Double dip. Somebody else said, a guy I knew in middle school got shot during a car robbery, and he stayed paralyzed from the neck down. We were 15, 16 when this happened. I vote go talk to him. So the thing was, so she could talk to him, to the guy that stole the car, because that's what she was thinking.
or incriminate him more by turning in the phone. to
Yeah,
the
so I
police.
told her that my concern was that she was pregnant. And obviously, to me, it was more like, if you're not pregnant, go for it, you know. But I was just more worried. I knew she wasn't gonna go by herself, because Kike was gonna go with you, right, her husband, and he was down to do whatever she wanted to do, which sounds like something me and Rolen really, but I feel, again, I just think it's because you're
Yeah, for
pregnant.
Kike, he was saying like, no, let's press more charges and let's turn in the phone. But then like he had you know, he thought about it, I guess, a little bit more, and he said, you know what, we'll just do whatever you want.
Yeah. So then the girl said, I will go talk to him. And then Roland replied, that's crazy, but she's pregnant, and that's where we're like, maybe no. And then the girl said, oh, my bad. Let's not talk to him. He will learn the hard way. And then somebody, that's this Tanya girl, she said, I'm confused about the pregnancy being the deciding factor. Is there a logical reason to believe she should be met with physical violence if her partner agrees and would also be there? Respectfully, I think it's a dumb reason to not potentially change the entire trajectory of a young man's life. Maybe I'm just naive, but sometimes all it takes is for one person to care enough, right? Somebody else replied to her and said, definitely naive. He literally had the balls to steal a car. Be fucking for real. I was like, yeah, for real. Be fucking for real.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Dude, I haven't read any of these comments. This is like new to me.
This is all on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Somebody else said, nah, man. How else are they going to learn? They'll laugh at you. They'll brag about how they stole your car and nothing happened. Next thing you know, they'll do it again and possibly kill someone or hurt someone. And it'll be partially your fault because you could have done something about it.
And that's definitely an outcome. Like, that is
Yes.
something that could happen.
And then somebody said, yeah, don't do that. He will not give a fuck. And then somebody said, they stole it. He don't care what you're going to say. Somebody else said. So that was my thing. But again, I think to me, it was just more just because the world we live in now is so unpredictable and people are just crazy, right? That was my only concern, because I feel like since you're pregnant, it's harder for you to defend yourself, you know?
No.
But
Absolutely not.
but that's my, because it's just like you're so exposed with your belly, you know? Not that your belly's big, but it's just like it's such an easy target to
like,
harm you.
I didn't know, but pregnant women kind of lose their balance. Like, we don't have the same balance as we would.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just, that's what I'm saying. It's not the same to freaking defend yourself, not pregnant, to when you're pregnant, because you're literally thinking, oh shit, my stomach is poking out.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more vulnerable.
Yes, that was my only concern, guys. I feel like if she wasn't, I'd be like, go for it, girl. I believe you. I got you. I know you can change this kid's life, right? So
the thing is, like, I'm very like, oh, you're fighting, I'm not doing that, I'm gonna dip out, I'm not gonna get
but see, that's
rowdy.
the thing though, sometimes you don't even have to get rowdy,
or yeah, you probably don't have the
maybe,
opportunity.
but then again, maybe it's just I have that mentality just because I've been like watching a lot of like crime documentaries.
Yeah.
So I just feel like now I'm like more on edge. I mean, I've always really been on edge,
Yeah.
because sometimes you can literally,
But I feel like watching those things kind of make you a little bit less trustworthy of people. You just don't trust at all. You
no,
know what I
I
mean?
feel like I trust people more than what I should, honestly, you know, but I also
Or
feel,
maybe strangers.
yeah, but I also feel like watching the documentaries has helped me read signs that maybe I was naive to before.
Yeah.
¿Sí me entiendes cómo? But it also made me learn that, I mean, not that I just recently started watching crime, right? But
Yeah.
I've always, there's a podcast, Crime Junkies. I'm sure a lot of people, if you're into podcasts, I am sure you've
came across it.
you came across them or whatever. And it's just like they go over stories, right? But my point is, I feel like it's just something that I'm more like, it's just, I'm just like always thinking like, oh my God, that's
Yeah.
crazy. And I've seen a lot of the cases where the victim really doesn't do anything. It's just the other person is just not okay mentally, you know? I don't know. That's why I was like, I know you probably won't get down and get ghetto, right? But you might not even have any control of how the other person might even react.
Which is the mom. Because
the mom, because that's who she's going to meet with, right?
Yeah.
So then, okay, give us the update. How did that go?
So we
Hold on,
went,
let me... Okay.
we went ahead and gave the mom a call.
Okay.
I think it was like Wednesday probably of last week. Give the mom a call. And she picked up the phone. She's like, oh, hola. Oh, no, actually, we called her. She didn't answer. Then I texted her. And then she called me back like 2 minutes later. She called me back. And the first thing out of her mouth was like, I am so sorry. You know, she's like, I'm so sorry that my son did this to your vehicle. He knows.
In Spanish?
Yeah, in Español. She's
okay.
like, te quiero pedir disculpas por lo que hizo mi hijo. Like, she didn't condole it at all, right? And she was saying, I thank you that you want to turn in the phone, the one that he had left in his car. She had said that they had been looking for it in the house, and apparently, like, they didn't know that he took it. They didn't know he took the phone. That is his dad's phone. And she's like, oh, I could go pick it up at your place. And I'm like, no, I don't feel comfortable with that. Like, I'd rather go drop it off to you.
I mean, girl, his son already knows where you live.
Well, he doesn't know where I live. His apartment.
Yeah.
He knows my location, but he doesn't know where I live exactly.
He doesn't know what number.
Yeah. So, yeah, I basically told her.
Was she on speaker?
Yeah, she was on speaker. Kike was there with me.
Yeah.
So I was like,
was he like, when she's like, oh, I can go pick it up at your house, was he's like,
no, I was like, I told her like, no, I don't feel comfortable with that. And he was like, yeah, we do not feel comfortable with that. And so I told her, I was like, oh, I would like to talk to your son, you know. I'm not angry at him. I would just like to talk to him. And she's like, oh no, like he's done. He's not good for you to be talking to him. Like many people have talked to him, and I just don't feel like you can get through him. Nobody has, you know. He's had multiple opportunities, blah blah blah. He's been on house arrest. He was on house arrest when he stole the car.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so he's like, he violated that. Like tenía el ankle monitor.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
Yeah, and she's like, he's done with. Like, don't even bother. Like, and I was kind of bummed out. I was like, but I really want to talk to him, you know. Okay, so whatever. I was like, all right, well, I'll pull up. So I pulled up like a minute later because the friggin' house is like a minute away from us.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we got there and somebody was inside a Tahoe, in the driveway de su casa de la señora, and it was the kid. I was telling Kike that's the kid. The kid's inside the Tahoe, and he's like, oh, I don't think so. I don't even think this is the house because the lady was taking a long time to come out, and we were just waiting because I texted her saying we're outside, and we were waiting. And the kid stayed in the Tahoe, but it was him. Entonces, la señora finally came out. And she's like, oh, I thank you so much. They're Hispanic, you know. She was really polite. And she's like, God bless you. Like, thank you for not pressing charges on him.
But are you going to press charges?
We did press charges on him.
Oh, okay. Does she know that?
I guess not. But because whenever they called us to to tell us that they already found the car, the cop asked, do you want to press charges? And Kika was like, yes, I want to press charges. We didn't incriminate the kid more.
Okay, so Kika had already said yes before you even were going to go talk to him.
Yeah.
Oh, so you
Before
were...
I was even...
So
I was
he was already
like... Yeah, I was out of town. I didn't know.
So the charges were already pressed and you were already like trying to save his life. That was done for already.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was good. It worked out a certain way.
Yeah, I guess. And so I was like, well, let's just not incriminate him more by turning in the phone, right? Mm-hmm. But the charges were pressed on him. Anyways, we started talking to the mom, and I was just telling the mom, okay, like, you know, like, her kid's not bad, you know, so that she shouldn't give up on him. And she's like, no, I've never given up on him, blah, blah, blah. So out of nowhere, she's like, hold on, give me a little second. She walked to the Tahoe, and she's like, sal para afuera y siquiera discúlpate con esta gente, you know. But he wouldn't come out, so I just walked towards the Tahoe. I walked up there.
You're so crazy.
I walked up there, and the kid looked at me, and he smirked. Like, he wanted to laugh. Y la mamá was like, because he covered his face with the hoodie. Y la mamá le dijo, no te burles. Like, nothing's funny. And I looked at him, and I was like, Bernardo, I'm not mad at you, bro. Like, I'm not mad at you. Like,
you said bro like that?
Yeah, that's how I talk to people.
Yeah.
That's how I talk.
No, I just didn't know if you told him that. Because his mom was there. Yeah.
I don't think she knew English. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so then she just left. She stepped out and she went
¿Te dejó sola?
With him, yeah.
Y Kike was behind you, though?
No, he was talking to the mom.
Oh, my God.
But they were all outside. We were all outside.
Okay.
Yeah, we were just in the driveway, and they were, like, in the yard talking.
Yeah.
And he was in the driver's side, and I was on the passenger side. Pero yo no me metí. I was just standing outside, talking to him.
And he's 16, right?
17.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so he was like, but I didn't steal it, though. That was the first thing he said. He's like, but I didn't steal it. And I was like, no, but you did, bro, because you're, like, you incriminated yourself on the phone. Like, the phone that I just brought to your mom, like, you literally incriminated yourself. You bragged to your friends who, you want me to go pick you up? You want me to pick you up? I'll pull up. Like, and he kind of was like, yeah. Like, he accepted it. Like, yeah, he did take it. And so I just got to talking to him, and I was like, dude, this is not the lifestyle for you. Like, you've only been doing this for, 2-3 years, and you think this is going to be how the rest of your life is going to, like, do you think that, yeah, you're done through? Like, no. I'm like, fix your life. Yeah, we started talking. And he was very acknowledgeable. He was like, man, my bad. He kept saying, my bad.
For real?
Yeah.
Do you feel like your conversation got through him?
I don't know. I hope so. I don't know. And I was telling him, like, his family is barely even making it, because I was like, I was trying to look for your mom's phone on the phone, porque no la tiene el señor como esposa or anything. So I was like, I don't know who the mom is. So I was going through the messages that the dad has written to people, and I found them.
Imagine if you would have found his side chick. That'd be crazy.
That's none of my business. None of my business. So I did. I finally found her, and I had to go through the messages to see if it was her. And in one of the messages,
I'm sure because of the pictures too, no?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, they didn't have pictures.
Oh.
She sends a picture of groceries to him, and she tells him, ojalá y tenga suficiente para la compra. 20 minutes later, she's like, me faltan $20. And I told that to Bernardo, right? I was like, dude, instead of like you helping, now you're doing worse. Like, now they have to pay for your fees. Now they have to pay for your court. They got to pay for all these things. And your mom it's not making it, you know, like she can't buy groceries for y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he was like, dang, like he didn't know those things, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but hopefully he had court the next day for sentencing.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
When was this, last week?
Yeah, last week. So,
so you don't know, right?
So then I told him at the end, I was like, I think my husband would really appreciate it if you get off, shake his hand, and apologize to him. And he did.
He did?
Yeah. And Kiki wasn't expecting that. I could see it in his face that he wasn't expecting that at all.
Kiki was ready to fight.
Yeah. He's like, I was not expecting for the kid to get off of the car.
So I can't believe he got off, because if he was like already. But again, I can already kind of imagine the type of kid he is, right? Thinking that it's cool, and, you know, because I mean, you got to think mentally, like, where were we at that age, right? Like, it's just sometimes I think, and I'm just like,
it's dumb. I was like, dude, it's dumb. Like, all of this is dumb. Like, it's so stupid. You're not, like, you're not bad. And I told him, I was like, if I was a bad person, yo te hago la maldad que me hiciste 10 veces peores. You know, like, you don't know who you're messing with, bro. People are really bad out here. You think you're bad, but you don't know who you're messing with. Like, I know where you live based on the stupid mistake that you did. You left your phone. Like, I knew everything about you. You know, and I was like, if I was, like, thank God you stole from me. You don't know who you stealing from. Yeah.
Y no dijo nada.
He was just quiet. He was just nodding his head like, yeah. And I was, so what are you going to do, Bernardo? What you finna do?
No, you didn't. You did?
Dude, that's how you got to talk to them. That's why I wanted to talk to him, because I was like, I know how to talk to kids, you know? I know how to get through them.
Yeah.
I've been in it for like 10 years. I talked to teenagers. I've talked to them for 10 years, especially troubled ones. I don't know if I ever told you, but I used to like go to juvie like once a week and meet with a teen as volunteer.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't know that.
So...
maybe I should connect you with baby girl. She does the whole youth thing. Yeah. It'd be good, like, if, like, but she tries to get the kids to get into, like, the breaking and the hip-hop, to like, help them, you know, with other stuff or whatever. Yeah,
and so, I was like, what are you going to do, Bernardo? Like, what are you finna do? He's like, I don't know, but, I don't want to live my life like this no more. And he was telling me a little bit about him having court and not knowing... like him knowing that it's gonna get him a couple years because he's gonna be sentenced as an adult.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And I told him, and I was like, and in one of your messages you're telling your homeboy, like, look out for my family, and you don't even know how to look out for yours. Like, don't be telling people to look out for your family when you don't look out for them. Yeah.
Damn, that was a good one. Well, Bernardo.
So that's how the cookie crumbled. I'm safe. I ain't find nobody, you know?
Yeah. Not me, like, super concerned.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was a little better. I mean, not that it matters, right? But when you said that the family was Hispanic or whatever. But I guess because you said you had seen some pictures, right?
Yeah, pues se ven like
everybody
looked like regular, not threatening at all, you know?
Yeah. But looks can be deceiving, for sure, right?
Pues sí, that is true, but...
whenever you left, did you just feel like a...
Yes, 100%. I was like, I did it. It's over with. What's next? So, yeah. Because it was just in the back of my head a lot.
Yeah. When did you do it?
I think on a Wednesday of last week. Something like that. Wednesday or Tuesday. I don't remember.
Yeah. Well... that was a good update, and hopefully he, you know, I'm just wondering now, like, what the sentencing was, you know.
And the mom did say that she was going to reach out and tell us the sentencing, but Okike was like, maybe she found out that we did press charges and she said F them.
yeah, that too. Or maybe not, because she maybe did appreciate you talking to him, but she already probably had the mentality, like how people have commented, like, what are you gonna do if people, and now especially, I guess it's just he was troubled for her to be like, multiple people have talked to him, and
and the mom told Kike that she didn't want me to talk to her son because all he does is laugh at people. Like, whenever they try to give him advice, he se burla. He's just like, you don't get through him. He'll laugh at you. So that is,
I just don't get how
and I was telling Kike, he didn't laugh at me.
I just don't get how kids can, how they get to that point, you know? Like, I don't know.
And, you know, like, teenagers do stupid things, like kill, out of fear. Out of pure fear. They don't mean it, bro. They're not bad. Not a 14-year-old.
No, yeah, they can be.
No,
yeah.
They don't. Most of them.
Yeah. Yeah, most of them. But there is people that are just genuinely, like, bad.
Yeah, and I feel like that's because of the family. Like Bernardo, he comes from a good family, I could tell, you know, people that do care for him, who have tried to help him, blah blah blah. But you also have parents that don't give a crap, you know. And I was telling him that I was like, this lifestyle is for kids whose parents don't give a crap, bro. Like, not for you. Like,
yeah, like, why
you got
are you
too
doing
much
that?
love. Yeah, you got too much love around you for you to be going down this path. This is for kids whose parents don't give a crap,
or they just don't have the guidance, you know. Yeah. No, because honestly, I was gonna say, like, there has been, like, where por ejemplo, there's one where the two best friends, it was a trio, like 3 girls and the 2 best friends, 2 of them invited one to go together somewhere. Y las dos la mataron a ella. They stabbed her. That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh yeah, the little girls, the 12-year-old girls or something.
Yeah,
like that.
they were like young.
They went to the woods to play around.
So then
but they had already
the two girls
planned
had planned to kill the third one, you know. And
but
it's just
I feel like porque una está enferma o una
but that's what I'm saying.
Doesn't have good parents.
I think they did, all of them. No más que I just feel like it's just the feeling of envy, the feeling of anger, you know. Yeah. It's there.
Pero ¿dónde aprendes eso? En tu casa. You just don't learn it out of nowhere to be envious and to be like if a parent sees like, oh, like my child, you see signs of envy.
Do you think?
You redirect that. Okay.
Yeah, but I also feel like sometimes it's really just a feeling that grows within. You know what I mean?
And like you don't tell anybody or you don't show it.
No, yeah, like you don't have to see it to learn it. Oh, sorry. Sometimes
like
you just
natural.
feel it.
It's just a natural thing.
Yeah, porque I'm trying to think like I don't see how. Okay, for example, my mom. Yeah. She was not like a loving mother, you know. So I didn't learn.
Okay, but everybody knew that. It's not like she was hidden. It was a hidden thing and nobody knew about it. You know?
Yeah, but I'm saying like as a kid, you don't know. People know.
Yeah, but people do know, so that's why you correct it.
No,
the older people around her should have corrected her.
Yeah, but she didn't know either because my grandma wasn't like a loving mother to her either. So my mom grew up not knowing how to show love, right?
No, the things nobody corrected her. Nobody told her like, are you crazy? You need some help. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know how to love. That's not the way.
I know, but in Hispanic households, it's normal not to show love, not to be cariñosos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But my point is, it's just like she didn't show me. So it's not like I learned the way I am with Milo. I didn't learn it from her. I didn't see it.
You corrected yourself.
You know? So, but as a human, you know, I have my own mind, my own feelings. I learned and I knew that within myself that I didn't want that. Maybe it kind of is the same, but I do think that it doesn't always have to be on the parents.
Most of the time. Yeah.
Most of the time, yeah. But in a lot of the cases, I also feel like...
puede ser que like ya no quiso entender y punto. That's it. But I feel like at least you were a mom, you were a parent, and you tried and you tried and you tried.
Yeah, porque
you know what I mean?
I also feel like it could be a 50-50.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we're going to go on a quick break and we'll be back. And we are back. So before we went on break, we talked about how it relies on the parent, you know, maybe I have the mentality that a lot of the time it does. I really think it's like a 60-40, 60 being on the parent, 40 not being on the parent, because I don't hate, right? I really dislike when you see a grown ass person saying, oh, I did this and I can't do this because,
my trauma.
That or because I didn't have a dad in my life.
Yeah.
It's just like...
It's so childish.
It's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you don't do it. Me, for example, I'm your perfect example. Like, you know, my biological dad was not in the picture. You know, I had 2 stepdads, you know. And I was raised by my grandparents. My grandparents passed away in a very tragic way, you know. And I was 13.
Yeah.
And I had a terrible relationship with my mom. You know, my childhood, great up until I was 13. You know, after that, my life went to shit, you know. Yeah. But I really always thought, not that, you know, at a young age, people are going to think this, because obviously not.
But a lot of things were up to you.
A lot of things were up to me, you know. And I
agree. Like, to me too. I wouldn't ever stop doing drugs if it wasn't up to me.
Yeah,
you know?
I just feel like... I don't know who told me or where this pensamiento came to my head, right? But I always thought like, I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for me. And that's the 40% when I say that it's not on the parent. Yeah. It's on us. But when you're a kid, yes, you know.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you need...
But at 17 years old, like, come on.
Yeah, he's not a kid.
No. I would say...
You're an adult at that age.
Okay, for me, honestly... As I see Milo, he's about to be 6 in July. my son knows right from wrong, but he still needs the guidance.
Like 80% all the time, he needs your guidance.
Yeah.
He needs you to keep reminding him.
And he's 5 and 6, you know. But I don't know, maybe at the age of, let's say at the age of 7 or 10, at the age of 10 for sure, right? Yeah. I think at that point I'd be like, you don't do it for me. Like, you have your own mentality. Yeah. You should be able to do things for yourself with your own feelings. ¿Me entiendes cómo?
Yeah. And in a way, it's like you let them go through their consequences if they...
Yeah, like, cause he's old enough to
know what consequences are.
But he also is old enough where he still needs the guidance.
Yeah.
And if I feel like at the age of 10, I become the shittiest mom in the world, he should still be able to know right from wrong and the good feeling and the bad feeling. ¿Me entiendes? Como where he could put it together himself. He's still a kid though, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I think I'm like with that. But yeah, I don't really like, I think I had like a cousin that she went to some traumatic things in her life, right? And it was like so traumatic, right? And I remember one time she told me, I want to say, she's like, yeah, my mom, it's just my tia, right? She's like, my mom was not there for me and nobody's there for me. And it was a random phone call that she actually called me. Obviously, it's a girl, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I need help. I don't know what to do. This guy beats me and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if the word is empathy or sympathy, but I didn't have that for her, you know? What?
Nothing.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know, empathy or sympathy, but I ain't had none for her.
We had an episode about that. And it was just like, people were like, that's empathy, that's sympathy. So I'm fucking confused. And I haven't done my research on it.
She had none. None.
But I didn't have either. I didn't feel bad, you know?
Yeah.
And I said that on the phone call. I'm just like, look, dude, you're a grown-ass woman. You should fucking know if this guy's beating the shit out of you. Get the fuck out. That's what I can tell you. Get out, you know?
Yeah. And some people need that.
I'm like...
But some people don't.
You know, I'm like...
Don't know how to take that.
Yeah, some people don't know how to take that. I'm like, get out, you know? I was like, you have a whole big-ass family backing you up, you know? But it gets to the point, guys, when you have a whole family backing you up, that they've backed you up multiple times, and you burned that bridge already.
Yeah.
And that's on you. You know, because that's what happened.
Yeah.
And I have a cousin now.
And she's still getting beat?
Nah, she's not with the guy no more, right? But I have a cousin now that wasn't not in the best path, right? But now she is. And I'm so proud of her. You know, she's a mom and she's doing great for herself, right? But she still has that bridge with my other cousin.
Yeah.
And this is going to sound fucked up, right? Because I told my cousin, I'm just like, I love you so much, dude, that I just don't want you to be connected with this cousin because I'm scared you're just going to go back into that path, you know, and now you're a mom, you know, I just worry, you know, because they're younger than me, both of them.
Yeah.
I was like, I just worry, you know, but you know what you're doing, you know, but then she tells me, like, I just feel like I'm the only person that can help her. And I'm at the point in my life where I'm just like, that sucks. Because that used to be me. You know, we've talked about it on here where I've, you know, I think when we started, one of my goals was I'm putting me first, you know. And it sucks to see that. Like, I see myself in her, you know, because I'm just like, that sucks. Because I remember the fucking stress when I try to help people out and the stress that I would go through, you know, like, and I'm sure you know too. But... I'm just like, how do I even tell her, well, no, do you focus on you? On my head, I'm like, maybe she has to go through the phase of helping this girl.
Some people only need, like, for you to sit there and just hear them out and be like, oh, okay, well, hope life gets better. And that's it.
And she did tell me that.
Yeah.
She said, I think I'm a great listener.
Yeah.
And she's like, and I hear her out, but I also tell her, you know, I think I've learned. I never used to be. I feel
like for you, it was like you would carry that still with you.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out how can I help you.
Like me, you when know? People just call me and talk to me, I'm just, se me va, like I forget about it.
But I feel like because you're at a point now, you know. And for me, it's just like,
it weighs heavy.
It does.
On you too.
Yeah, it does weigh heavy on me. But I'm learning it's taking me years. I think since I've met you, I've been working on that part of myself, right? And I think I've gotten way better, like, at just letting go, you know? Listening, but letting go. And I think that's what I told my cousin. I'm like, I think my problem is that back then I could listen, but I would voice my opinion a lot.
Yeah.
You know, because I used to think like, oh, you're talking to me. You're talking to me because you want to hear what I got to say. And in reality, it's not the case all the time. Yeah. You know, sometimes we just want to
listen. Like, I just need you to be there and listen. That's it.
But back then I would be like, what the fuck? Like, no, like,
because they almost feel like I feel like people think, or they get the impression of like, you got your stuff so together that I feel like I can trust you. Yeah. That is not gonna weigh on you.
Yeah. Or not even that. They really it's just like social media. It sucks in a way, because it's just like social media projects like this beautiful life for people. Yeah. And in reality, it's just like nada que ver. Yeah. You know? And I by all means, social media, share what you want.
But also the way you carry yourself, like in real life, you know, like if you carry yourself with a lot of positivity, like if, you know, like I remember one girl called me and she's like, man, I was just trying to see who do I call, and she was saying that she kept thinking I need to call somebody who is very confident in herself, you know, and then boom, she thought about me. And she's like, and it's just the way you walk. It's just the way you like come into a room and you're confident. Like, you don't have to talk to anybody. You sit there, you know, you're not, people are coming to you to talk to you. Like, you don't, because I'm not very social, really. I'm social, but I'm not really social. Like,
I think it's one of those things that with you that I really like. And I knew right away when I met you was that you just have a great conversation. Yeah. You know, and I just remember, I mean, I feel like me in general, I can have great conversations with people, with anybody, you know, but it's different having conversations with somebody that's like-minded, because either you're going to go the right way or you're just going to bump heads.
Yeah. Or it's either like, dang, you talk too much and you don't let me voice my bright ideas. Yeah. Because we could both have bright ideas, and I could have been like, I already thought that, Evelyn, you know? Yeah. But to let you have that and to be like, dang, that's good. You know? Even though I've been thought about that. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's true.
It makes you feel good, and then it doesn't make you feel like, dang, Alondra's cocky, you know? Or like, or she doesn't ever let me.
Yeah, and it's the same thing how we said, like, it's really all about communication, right? Yeah. Because we've said it, like, when we started it, like, we could disagree, and it's like, okay, on to the next. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, whatever.
Well, fine. You think that's what you think? Cool. I don't think that, though, but cool, you know?
And we don't try to convince each other, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing. And, but yeah, the whole... cousin thing, I don't even know why we talked about that, but yeah, now I see my cousin and I can see how she's trying to get her way out in a way, you know, but I also see how she's like, I'm her only help.
Like her shoulder.
Yeah, she's like, yo nomás soy la única que le está ayudando, you know? And I'm like, well, I hate that for you, you know, but...
No, you're enough.
Like, but, you know, but it's just because this cousin has burned bridges with everybody in the family, you know? Like, even with my mom, bro.
But it's beautiful
my mom, like, my mom is so hard. I mean, it's just, my mom don't be the type to just help anybody. Yeah. So when my mom helps you, it's just like, all right, you know?
You got her attention.
But in my family, if you go to my mom for help, you really are struggling. Yeah. My mom's basically one of the last people you go for help. Yeah. Right?
Because she's made it known that she's not helping.
Like, she's made it known that she got her own problems to deal with. You know, she really is the type that she won't listen to you without fucking telling you what she thinks. You know, maybe that's where I get it from. So my mom is really like the last person in my family you go for help, because it's just, she's not even physically there most of the time, you know, like at events. So you don't really see my mom. Yeah. So to go to my mom and then burn the bridge with my mom, they're just like, okay.
Yeah. But I think you have your limit too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like maybe she hasn't gone towards like she burned the bridge with you. But
with me?
Yeah.
I just think I don't got time to deal with it no more. Yeah. You know, it's just, I don't think it's a burnt bridge. It's just, or like, maybe it is. And that's why I say I don't got time to deal with it no more. Because it's the same repetitive problem.
All you do is just listen now.
No, I don't even listen. I don't even think she comes to me anymore to talk about it. Because it's just like, you're telling me this problem, this guy beats you and you went back, and then now you're telling me he's beating you again and then you went back.
Yeah.
My solution is gonna to be the same from the first day.
Mm-hmm.
Get out, you know.
Yeah.
And it's been I've helped her mom and her, but it's just now.
So she didn't burn your bridge, but
I know I'm saying
that
maybe,
bridge is backed up and there's a lot of traffic. So
maybe it's like maybe it is burned because it's just like you know. But obviously, if it's an emergency help, yeah, definitely I'll help you. But yeah, nah, it's just I don't got time now. I really don't got time for that, you know. In my mind and in my real life, at least I like to think, right? But yeah. So with that being said, with your update on your Stolo, you know, hopefully you did change this kid's life. Hopefully he didn't get too much time, and if he did, only God knows why he needs that time to himself.
But I don't think I could change anybody's life. I think that's all for God. You know, I was just like don't say nobody didn't tell you nothing, or don't say like.
And apparently he's been told before. So
or like don't say that nobody had ¿cómo se dice? Who nobody came. Don't say that people are bad, bro. People are not bad.
Yeah.
At the very least, you know.
Yeah.
Because I could have really done him wrong.
Yeah. Well, my quick life update. Yeah. Quick life update. So Rolen was in the hospital. I know.
What the heck?
You know, he was practically dying. No, I'm just kidding, guys. He really told me to make it seem dramatic, but it was bad. I was worried. Yeah. We don't go to the doctor. Nosotros, like, we don't really...
You don't do a yearly checkup or anything?
No, we don't. We should, but we don't. I'm actually thinking about getting the Obamacare one. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, it's still a thing. Mm-hmm.
I just found out it's like $20 or $30 a month. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was like, let me look into it, you know?
Yeah.
But basically, we go to the doctor we'll go to Mexico. Mm-hmm. And that's where we'll do our checkups. So I guess we do. Rolen hasn't done his annual checkups, but I have.
Okay.
And since the whole pregnancy thing, I've gone to the doctor, right? Mm-hmm. But Rolen, no. So then basically he had a headache for like a week. And in between those, like, it just kept getting worse. Like, it became like a pounding headache.
And it was like a constant, just like
every day,
go away.
All day.
Wow.
For like a whole week. And then we had an event on Sunday.
Did he sleep a lot, or what was he doing throughout?
He was just like
working. He was
just complaining that his head was hurting. So he wouldn't I would let him like either take a nap or not that he needed my permission, right? But I would just let him rest, you know. And I know he complained a lot that week. He was just off caffeine because he's like, maybe the caffeine, I'm dehydrated. So he was drinking nothing but water. Mm-hmm. So that's sad. He took Tylenol. He took Excedrin. Nothing was helping him because I'm like, maybe it's a migraine, you know, because whenever you take, sorry, I feel like I want to burp. It's like right here. When I have a migraine, I can't take Tylenol porque I feel like mentally it doesn't really help. I have to take Excedrin, right? But then I just realized it's the same thing. Mm-hmm. It's just has something else, right? And he took both. It didn't help. At some point, he's like, oh, maybe I have COVID, you know, because he's really not feeling good. And then, so that happened. Saturday, he threw up because he had a headache. He threw up. Sunday, he threw up again. And Sunday, we were outside all day. So I was like at Carbach. Yeah. So we were out. They had a hot sauce fest. So we were there, Salim Mercado Milo. And that day, I got a migraine. You know, so we were both outside. We were just like, So we ended up leaving. And then he woke me up como en la madrugada el Monday, and he's like, I just threw up. I don't feel good. I'm like, well, you still don't feel good. Whenever we drop Milo off, we can go to the hospital. Because I was like, I didn't want to go to the doctor because I'm just like, they're just gonna, like, they don't have the MRI, the CT scans that need to be done. You know, the hospital does, we'll just go as an emergency. So basically, we ended up going. I mean, my suegra
that night or in the morning?
In the morning. We dropped Milo off, and then we went to his mom's house y le checó la
presión.
To see if it was high or low.
Yeah.
And it was good. So she's like, normally if it's either one or the other.
And he didn't have a fever.
And he didn't have a fever. So then we're like, okay, so we ended up going to the hospital, and we were there for like all day basically. And they basically did like the physical test on him. Like, he had to squeeze the guy's fingers, he had to walk like in a straight line, and he had to describe his pain. So they gave him a shot y le dieron como 3 pastillas, Benadryl being one of them, which is so random, you know. But the nurse was like,
Because it's allergies, right?
She's like, no, it's whatever Benadryl has and the other 2 pastillas mixed in makes the one to help him get better with the shot, right? Mm-hmm. So we stayed there. Sí le bajó, se le bajó, pero it wasn't pounding anymore, which is...
It was just there.
It was just there, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then, man, talking about it's making me get a headache. So basically that happened. Pero no le hicieron el CT scan, nada. Mm-hmm. So it's just like kind of worrisome,
Yeah.
But then he's like, no, if it was something con el brain, como un brain aneurysm that he thought he was having or whatever, or like a brain bleed.
He would forget your name.
Or he wouldn't be able to do the basic things that they needed him to do.
Like a brain tumor or stuff like that.
Yeah. So then he ended up they told him take Tylenol, I think, and rotate it. So he was taking Tylenol on the time that he was supposed to or whatever. Or Excedrin.
Like every 3
I don't remember if it was
something.
I don't know if he had a Tylenol or Excedrin. And he did that. And so basically he had a headache for almost a week and a half.
Because after leaving the hospital, he still had it?
Yeah, he still had it. Pero no era pounding. Era more manageable now, And he had a headache Tuesday. He had a headache Wednesday. And then Thursday. When I tell him that the vibe of him not feeling good weighs heavy in our house, it does. I mean, he's the head of the household, really. You know what I mean? So when Roland's
Todos
pissed...
están agüitados.
Yeah. I was like, damn, I feel like you're giving me your headache.
Yeah.
I get migraines all the time. Y a mí se me hincha la cara. You know what I mean? And for me, when I get a migraine, I have to take Excedrin and lay down and knock out. Mm-hmm. Literally. Like, that's what I have to do to be able to make my migraine go away. Mm-hmm. And so basically, I'm like, it's so crazy because the day that he woke up and he was like, he couldn't even play with Milo, dude. It was so sad because they play all the time,
the game.
Like, no podían wrestle. Like, they wrestle a lot. They couldn't do that. He really couldn't be like, watching
Milo knew
something
for sure that something's wrong.
Yeah, something was wrong. Yeah. So I ended up telling him that we took him to the hospital. He's like, oh my God, and I recorded Rolen and I showed him a video of Rolen at the hospital. But
you were like, it's for him to get better.
Yeah. And I mean, we got home. My suegra picked him up, and then I was like, damn, did I press the timer? Yeah, I did. My suegra picked him up, so we ended up going to my in-laws to pick him up from there. And but yeah, he's like... But my point is, on Thursday, when I think it was Thursday that he felt better, like it just made me so happy to see his light come back. Like, it was just so crazy because he's like, I know. He's like, I would wake up y él sentía su cara como triste, la sentía como just not there. And that's why I think we didn't drop on Monday. Mm-hmm. We dropped Tuesday, I think, and then we dropped late. Yeah. It was like a lot because I was like, don't even worry about anything, basically, and just rest. So that's why we were late last week. And I think Entre Nos ended up dropping at 12, which I think, guys, we're going to be dropping Entre Nos at 8 in the morning. Mm-hmm. So people... On Fridays. So we can get more views. Because a lot of y'all go... Because a lot of y'all be going out and forget about us. Yeah. And y'all don't even watch us. So, yeah. So we're trying to get those views back up for Entre Nos. So we'll be, ¿cómo se dice? Hopefully dropping at 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
8 in the morning or noon on Fridays. So yeah, that happened. So he was in the hospital and it was like, damn. I mean, he was only in the hospital for a day, right? But I could see that he wasn't feeling good for like a while. I know. So that was that was my week of last week.
Did he feel like he was dying though?
He just felt like something was wrong.
Was really wrong?
Yeah, he felt something was really wrong.
And I think he should still get that
the
scan,
CT scan.
Just
yeah, I know. That's what we were thinking too. But I think as he's feeling better now, then I do think they said it was like a chronic headache, and he's never gotten that.
Yeah.
So chronic headache is whenever you get it for a long time, and I think that's literally what happened to him. I also feel like he was dehydrated and he hadn't been eating his best, and that plays a major factor like into your body, and then he's like, oh, pero why now, and I'm like, one, you're getting older, two, your body's changing, so you have to take care of it a lot more now. You don't even take vitamins.
That's why he doesn't take having a break from his little buddy right here.
Yeah, he hasn't really. He's actually taking a break, like with caffeine in general. I think the most now. I kind of introduced him to the protein coffee. I'm like, that's healthy.
That's good. Yeah.
You know, I'm like, at least you get a little bit of caffeine and you're getting protein in your system. So he made one yesterday.
And I feel like Rolen is pretty self-disciplined to like.
Yeah, like
to like kind of struggle with like saying no to some stuff, you know. Just like, come on, buddy, you're not a kid.
Yeah, no, I feel like I feel like you and Rolen are good with being disciplined with yourselves, you know. But I know he likes to go against what people say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like what he told you about his mom,
he's
you know,
like, oh, for that I will drink another Monster.
Yeah, so he's not that he gave him up, right, but he's like, I'm gonna just take a break. And so he feels, not that was the reason, because it might have not even been the reason, but he just wants to get healthy. And he's like, I'm just like, yeah, like you just produce your own energy.
Yeah,
like, so
weren't you the one who told me that that's what we should be doing every morning? Like, you shouldn't go straight to caffeine.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
You have to wait for your body to get
to fully wake up. Yeah, like you're not supposed to drink caffeine within the first 45 minutes of you waking up. You know, because
Rolling like in the sun, waiting for his energy to come.
I know, right? No, Rolling would literally wake up, girl.
Yeah.
10 minutes of being awake and he was already gonna get a Monster because he was tired. But you're supposed to let your body fully wake up, because if you're taking caffeine while you're so groggy, like you're not fully awake,
and that's when you get a crash.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah,
right?
Then so you don't let your body fully wake up. Like for me, I mean, I've been awake since 7 in the morning, right? So then I'm like, all right, by the time I take this, I've already been awake for 2 hours.
Yeah,
you know. Sometimes I get it, like you need the boost. Like last night, I went to sleep at 3 in the morning. Last night, it was one of the first nights in a long time that I had trouble sleeping. But I think also because I had a lot on my mind, you know, about this morning. So then I was just like, I think maybe that's why. I don't know. Maybe just consciously I was thinking about stuff, right? So yeah. But that even at that, like I still feel like I didn't give in to drinking caffeine right away.
Yeah.
¿Sí me entiendes cómo? But yes, guys, with that being said, we're going to wrap up this episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and yeah. What else? Like, subscribe, follow. That's it. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Peace.